How did they rob God? Excerpt from the book Does God Require Us to Tithe? By Danny Gilbert, copyright 2011. The most common answer many will say is they robbed God in tithes and offerings. But that does not answer the question. How did they do it? How did they rob God in tithes and offerings? From what I have heard taught on this, most pastors say that the children of Israel robbed God by not bringing their tithes and offerings. Is this so? Were the children of Israel robbing God by not bringing the tithe and offerings to God? The first thought of logic we should use is to ask, how can someone rob someone if they already had in their possession what was claimed to have been taken? Some will answer this by saying, well, everything is the Lord's and God gave it all to them. They will quote Psalm 24:1, the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world, and they that dwell therein. But they failed to realize that the psalmist was not speaking of the things in the earth from a ownership perspective, but he's speaking from a creative perspective. God made all the things in the earth and all people in the earth. According to Genesis chapter 1 verse 26, God gave man dominion over all the animals and all the earth. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So it is quite clear that man does have possession and ownership of the earth and animal kingdom. So the conclusion that they robbed God by not giving 10% back to God because it was all God's is a faulty and wrong conclusion. The earth belongs to man and it's up to man to give back to the Lord. If he chooses not to give to God, he can be considered a robber, because it was his in the first place. God gave it to him. But there is a way you can rob God by making a vow to give God something and then turn around and give him something else. This is what we will look at in the whole context of the book of Malachi. To answer the question of how did they rob God in tithes and offerings, it is important that we go to the first chapter of the book of Malachi and find out who was the audience Malachi was addressing and what does it say concerning how they robbed God. Malachi 1:6 says, a son honoureth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is mine honour? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Saith the Lord of hosts unto you, O priests, that despise my name. And ye say, wherein have we despised thy name? Ye offer polluted bread upon mine altar, and ye say, wherein have we polluted thee? In that ye say, the table of the Lord is contemptible. And if ye offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? And if ye offer the lame and sick, is it not evil? Offer it now unto thy governor, will he be pleased with thee, or accept thy person? Saith the Lord of hosts. There are two of the most important statements written here that answers our questions. 1. Who was Malachi speaking of? Verse 6 says it was a message to the priest. We were told that the book of Malachi was a message to the church, and in particular it has been used to say that the believers in the church who are not leaders are the ones it's speaking to today. But according to the above evidence, the book of Malachi was written to the priest, not those who are not in the priesthood. The common people did not offer the sacrifices. The priest did it. This brings us to understand the next few verses of the kind of sacrifices the priest brought to God and what they allowed and encouraged the people to bring. 2. What kind of sacrifice did the priest bring to God? According to verse 8, they brought polluted bread, sick, lame and blind animals. It quite interesting to note verse 7 which says, "In that ye say the table of the Lord is contemptible." This is what the priest said, and by this they allowed the people to also bring bad sacrifices because they said the table of the Lord is contemptible. Contemptible means, to despise in Hebrew. To despise is to disesteem. This is what the prophet Isaiah said they would do when the ultimate supreme sacrifice of the Messiah Jesus Christ would come. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows, and acquainted with grief, and we hid as it were our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Isaiah 53:3. Continued in book. Copyright 2011 by Danny Gilbert.